Sameach in celebration of Israel's 73rd birthday. We're going to make some delicious treats, some sugar cookies, and decorate them, have some fun, get your kids involved, and yeah, have a great Chag. Okay guys, we're going to start off with some butter. It doesn't have to be melted, just soft, and go in with our sugar. Mix it all together till it's nice and light and fluffy. Okay, doesn't need to be too crazy, but give it a good mix. As usual, everything will be in the description below. Next, we're going to add in our teaspoon and a bit of vanilla essence. Give it that yummy, slight vanilla flavor. Okay, then we're going to go in with 2 whole eggs. Give that a good mix around. Make sure everything is incorporated. Don't worry if it's a bit lumpy. The flour is going to bring everything together. Now we're going to add about 3 and a bit cups of flour. Okay, all-purpose flour. Get that mixed in there. We're going to need to change to a spatula, something easier to mix in the flour with. Okay, get that in there. Now I added a little bit of water. It needed a bit more moisture, but be careful not to make your dough too wet because we're going to chill this and it's going to moisten up in the fridge. So be careful not to add too much water. So I've put it onto my clean surface here using my hands to just bring that dough together. It's going to look crumbly, like I said. The flour is going to absorb all of that liquid, so don't worry. In the fridge for about an hour, and then I'm going to just divide it in 2, easier to work with. Keep the other half wrapped up so it doesn't dry out. Okay, we're going to slightly flour our surface and roll out our dough. Even if it's a bit crumbly, don't worry. Put it back together. Everything will be okay. See, I had to do it a few times, but it eventually behaved itself. So you want to roll out to about 1 centimeter of thickness. Okay, flour everything lightly so it doesn't stick. And when you've gotten to that length that you'd like for your biscuits, not too thick, not too thin. Okay, I've got some fun Israel themed shapes here that I'm going to use. Of course, you can use cookie cutters, anything you like. I'm just going to use these lovely signs. That's the shekel sign and the state of Israel symbol, and just have a lot of fun here for your matzmaut. I'm also going to do some regular rectangles, do some Israeli flags of my own. But, you know, these are cool, fun shapes, all related to the state of Israel. Very fun, very exciting. And here's that rectangle that I'm just going to make into a simple Israeli flag. Beautiful. Now let these chill for about 30 minutes in the freezer, or even less than that, just to hold its shape before we put it in the oven. Get your kids involved, guys. I got my little 4-year-old involved. She absolutely loved it. Rolling it out. She loves the rolling pin. She loves doing the shapes. It's just a fabulous activity for the kids. And it really was our whole afternoon was making cookies. So absolutely recommended, young and old alike. So there we are again, making more shapes. We made a ton of cookies. Must have been about 30-40 cookies with this recipe. Okay. And then we're going to put it in the oven, 200 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You don't want it overcooked. Slightly brown. As you can see here, they've lost a bit of their cool shapes, but that's okay. Now for a very simple icing, we're going to go in with some icing sugar and with our blue food coloring. Okay. Obviously you can do these however you want, these cookies. We want obviously blue and white theme for Israel, and this is really the easiest icing that you can get. So once you've got that desired texture and that desired color, then we are ready to go. Again, the kids will absolutely love icing each biscuit, and if you have the patience, it's a lot of fun. So this one I'm just going to leave white. So we have our blue and white ready to go. Tiny bit of water. Be very careful with the amount of water that you add. You don't want it to get too liquidy. So here we go. We're going to do some fun designs. Of course, the Israeli flag, blue and white background. So wait for this to dry and then add to that. Okay, we're going to fill in the letters. Just some fun ideas of what you can do with your family, with your kids. We really did have a lot of fun here, and you do need to have a little bit of patience. So, hope you enjoyed this recipe. Have a great Chag Ha'atzmaut and enjoy.
We dance.